Now I think for this, it makes sense to me to just focus on the width, and we'll add higher resolution images the wider the div is. So we'll set the default to the lowest resolution, and then in our media query, I'm going to remove the min resolution here. And when we get to the 800 pixel mark, let's go ahead and bump this up to the 2000, so twice the resolution. So now the max width worked when we only had 2 states, but if we added another one here with max width, let's say we set it to 1500, so this one would override this one every time, because the browser would check to see if it's 800 pixels or smaller, and if it is, it'll apply these styles, and then it will go down and look at this and ask, is it 150 pixels or smaller? And if, say, we were at 800 pixels, the answer would again be yes, because we're smaller than 1500 pixels. And so this style would apply, overriding this style. So from here, we need to use min width instead in order to set our breakpoints. So let's change the minimum width for this so that we bump it up to 2000 as soon as we're at 801 pixels. So that means that the 1000 will be covered up until 800 pixels, and then this one will kick in. And then for our 3000, we'll set this to a min width of 1501. So at this point from 1501 up, it'll use the 3000. And then finally, we'll copy this and we'll change this to the full resolution version. We'll have this one get triggered if we're 2501 or up. So you may have noticed if you were trying to work out in your head what these numbers were going to be, that min width ends up being less intuitive to think about, because this number right here is relating to whatever was before it. So up until we get to this point, we're going to use this image. And then up until we get to this point, we're going to use this image. So it doesn't feel completely self-contained to be using min width, which is why it might come across as a bit confusing. If we save this and we refresh the browser, so when we loaded it, we were kind of right in the middle of a breakpoint. Let's go down smaller and refresh. And the image that we're loading is the slideshow BG 1000. And if we expand out past our first breakpoint at 800 pixels, let's see, and then we refresh, now we're loading slideshow 2000. And if we can expand it past 1500 pixels, which we can't, we would see the next level up being loaded in.